Never mind me while I'm stepping out my circumference. I feel the nerves trickling down. It's life humbling. My words stutter, stumbling, staggered, I'm caught off guard. This the life of a jigaboo, introverted, I'm scarred. Whoa, my murder been the melodies while they sing the choruses. Direct message from slaves saying we need more of it. Paranoia in my state, I see envy at high rates. Now it's crop off the fate, turn great so I fly straight. Was gone for a minute, now I'm back like an X with big factors. I see you turn flat like extinct like some raptors. When I drop fruit prayer, precision, practice and patience, we move to greener pastures. They're saying life is a matter of mastering basics and mastering patience. More time I get tired of waiting. Maybe it's fate procrastinating. The times are bad, so it really had me sprung. Like she got me doing things that I never do. You thought that we connected when in fact it was trauma bonding. Just leave it up to me to break the rules, never corresponding. My childhood filled with fence climbs and knee scrapes and bikes and kicking it by the street signs. The older I get, I'm trying to lessen any screen time. The bounce back heavy, I rock steady on climb. This one's a fucking loop. The news will pick and choose whatever truth they wanna give to you. I cannot stomach it, so I poop. Oops. When life turns sweeter, the lemon mouths get louder. But I'm amplified with ghosts from God like that boy Fowler. Working like I got that point to prove. But truth be told, the proof is right in the pudding, no point to lose. 60 for the crepes, yeah, I did that just because. She expected more, girl, you know I'm saving up. Left me on red, well, it was what it was. Never stress over them joints or in downs when times get rough, so I ghost. Long are the days when we was close, and when I see you, it's like two completely different type of goats. I approach the weekly fire dropping, which I'm feeding. Still, I don't expect to be the one. Your boy having fun. Still, the songs get spun like Beyblades and teacups. My fun fair to those that ever really know me from jump. So what's up, I've been the one they all depended on like TJ. Now they're dead wilder than a furry knockout punch, leaving them straight stunned. It's hella fun. Now you know I'm coming through. When the growth look good on you, best believe they wanna screw now. I've been trying to climb, devil threw me in the dark. Baby, don't be insecure, you can still go make a mark like blow. Could never let them drain my soul now. Blow. Table turning like doorknobs, wow. Blow. I think I'm about to set sail. I'm a walking, living legend, walking with my chest out. Life keep dealing me cards, I keep fitting in love.
Morning, people. It's G. You know the vibes. You already know the damn ties. We're here. We're back. We're back with the football. We're back with the football chat. I can't even lie. Big up everybody inside, by the way. Make sure you smash the like. Make sure you share and subscribe to the damn channel. Hope everyone had a good weekend, by the way. Big up the 3-point collectors. Same way. I can't even lie. I kind of completely forgot about Liverpool this weekend. Obviously with nothing really to play for, nothing really kind of going on with Liverpool in terms of the end of the season. It's just petering out, if I'm being totally honest with you. So I kind of took a space away from football. First and foremost, remember guys, please make sure you subscribe to Keeping It GTV. The first episode is now out, so make sure you guys of course head on over there. I'll put the link in the chat at some point in time. But yeah, make sure you guys check that out. And I have another video dropping at some point today, maybe around about 4-ish. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. And yeah, leave your comments and things in regards to the videos. Let me know what you're thinking. And yeah, we can chop it up there. All right, Liverpool. I don't want to make this too long. Like I said, I haven't even been really tuned in to the football too tough outside of watching the boring Arsenal game on Sunday versus Manchester United. Like, yeah, that was boring. Like, honestly, I know when when people used to talk about, oh, Manchester City, man, they're so boring to watch. Nah, and this isn't at Arsenal or specifically at Manchester United. As a whole, that game was dead boring. Like, I did not find it interesting at all. Once Arsenal went 1-0 up, it just became a thing of Garnacho and just pray. Do you know what I mean? Garnacho and hope that, we can get something popping, for Manchester United. They were crap. Arsenal were just kind of assured in the game. So yeah, man, the title race is going to go down to the final day. So that's kind of an interesting little look in terms of the title race. Of course, we're not in it, so it is what it is. But we got the game against Villa at Villa Park. Villa, of course, they're battling for that top 4 spot. I think if they were to my knowledge, if they were to win the game at the weekend, if they're to win the game this evening, then yeah, that's them done and dusted. I think even if they get a point, to my knowledge as well, I'm sure if they get a point as well, then that's them already done and dusted. So they don't really need to necessarily worry about anything else. They don't have to worry about Spurs. And also subsequently, it also plays a factor from what we were saying about, from what Paul Merton was saying on Sky Sports the other day. If you guys watched the end of the game where Merce, Roy Keane, and Wayne Rooney, they were talking about what these results mean, heading into these fixtures. And obviously he was talking about if Villa were to beat us this evening, it would mean that obviously Tottenham can't make the top four, right? So then does that just mean that they just kind of not really care about the game too tough? Like they're not really going to be, overly bothered, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I think when it comes to all of that stuff, listen, I don't get involved in that. I don't really care. Ultimately, it's down to there we go. Ultimately, it's down to Tottenham what they want to do. But of course, Villa are going to want to, beat us because they're going to want that top four spot. And they got knocked out of the Conference League as well to Olympiacos. So obviously, they're not coming into this game, with the greatest of confidence, so to speak. But they're at least coming into the game thinking to themselves, you know what? If we can get a statement victory here against Liverpool, then it just helps their cause, and it helps obviously their manager's cause as well. But before we dive into everything, let me big up the people inside the building. As I said, if you're watching this on Twitter, if you're watching this on YouTube, wherever it is you're watching this, just please make sure you do smash that like button. Big up Steve in the building. Big up Ends in the damn building. Big up Hakeem as well. Big up Ends. Love, my bro, for the super chat. Bless up, bro. Liverpool and Nunes are the best. Hey, I'm not here to, you know what? Thank you for the super chat. I'll leave it there. Thank you for the super chat. Steve saying, Marseille forward Bamiyang named Liga African Player of the Season. That's kind of cute. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Big up Beijing Pops in the building as well, guys. Make sure you head on over to Beijing Reds TV and subscribe to their channel. Hakeem saying, I saw a Nunes Hattie in my dreams. Speaking of the team, now, like I said, I've not been tuned into Liverpool this week. Well, for the last few days anyway. I don't really care. The season's already done and dusted. I'm not really focused on that. We've got so many different things going on. It's kind of been at the back of my mind. But when we're talking about like the team, so obviously this is just their predicted lineup, what they potentially think could happen. Interesting that they've got Kwanzaa in there. I find that kind of funny as well, because then I'm starting to think, what's going on with Konate? But again, like I said, I don't know any news. So guys in the chat, help a brother out. If there's any news that I've missed when we are doing it, when we go over to the predicted lineups and stuff like that, then please let me know. I don't want to put in a player who's definitely out, for example, and et cetera, et cetera. You can see the form guide. Both teams have won 2 in their last, 5 games. Villa actually lost once in the last 5. We've lost twice in our last 5 games and drawn once. They've drawn twice and lost once in that time as well. I know there was a period of time where it looked like, Villa could potentially catch Liverpool. That's now done and dusted. We've secured that 3rd spot this season. So we're kind of good to go. We're good to go in that regard. You can see the Premier League table here. Very interesting indeed. As I said, the top 2, they're battling it out. Let them 2 do what they're doing. Come the final day of the season, that's going to be an interesting watch. I can't wait to watch that final game of the season. Really just to see the tears. Big up Tariq. Just to see the tears. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully to see the tears from the Arsenal fan base on that final day. No. I lied, actually. Because I don't think the Arsenal fan base, I don't think they're going to be in tears, because I think they know what it is. I know they're not. I'm not going to insult their intelligence by thinking that they're looking at this thinking, oh, well, we're 2 points ahead and, we can do this, that, and the third. They know Manchester City. They know what they're about and stuff like that. So it coming to the end of the day, if you don't win it, It's just more, I guess, it's like I said before. I think I said this in regards to Liverpool. I was like, I'm tired of taking this to the last day and losing, bro. You don't get any more brownie points for taking it to the last day. I'll be honest with you, unless you're the one winning. That's kind of the crux of it. If I'm being totally honest with you, unless you win, you don't get brownie points for getting to the last day. But ultimately, don't want to give no shade. Arsenal and Manchester City have done fantastically well to get to this point. Now, looking at Aston Villa, of course, that's our game. And like I said, not really bothered. I'll be honest with you guys. Let me not lie. You know, I can't lie on these shows. It's all documented there. Looking at Aston Villa, there was 2 players. Now they've got quite a few players in their team: Douglas Luiz, Bailly, Diaby, obviously Watkins, and a couple others who are very, very good players. But there was 2 specific players that I looked at, and I said to myself, "Right, if those 2 are in form in the game and we allow them to control the game in any such way, then of course it's going to be problematic for Liverpool." First one, of course, has to be Ollie Watkins. This is a man who is on fire, absolute fire this season. Got himself 27 goals and 12 assists in 51 games in all competitions. 19 goals, of course, in the Premier League with those 12. It's crazy. All of his assists have come in the Premier League, which is absolutely wild. Like, you know, he has really, really, really hit like a rich vein of form this season. And I think depending on who we play at the back, again, I don't know if Kanate is going to be, you know, available, or if it's going to be Kwanzaa or whatever, Van Dijk, like whoever's going to be, you know, playing at the back there. It's going to be a tough game, you know. You really don't want someone like him bearing down on goal. You really don't, you know, because he can finish, and he can finish from so many different angles. So you don't want that type of threat, you know, in on your goal. And considering we give away God knows how many in chances in the game, yeah, it could be very problematic when you've got an accomplished striker. It's like coming up against, not in the same breath, so I don't want to shoot me down, but it's almost like, you know, when you come up against like a Haaland, where you're like, you don't want this guy in and around goal, because more often than not, they will score. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that for me, he is he's the #1 problem, I believe anyway, in their team. Before we move on to the next one, let me go through some of these comments. Enzo saying Arsenal fans need Liverpool today more than the Spurs game. They need Liverpool to smoke Villa. Yeah. I hear it. Steve saying Villa biggest weakness is they struggle at chasing games because they are designed to control games. Liverpool is the opposite, hence I'm going for a draw. Now I hear that, man, and with the way that Emery's kind of got Villa playing this season, I think big up ends, we did that show, young player manager of the season, and I think I picked Emery, and I said obviously the reason why I picked him was just because he's been, in my opinion, fantastic this season. Again, we're talking about, this is for them, if they win, I think if they even get a point in this match, that's them top 4. That's a crazy turnaround for Villa. I know Villa, of course, they've spent money. Let's not act like they haven't, you know, spent a bit of money and they haven't been trying to do a few bits and bobs here and there in the Premier League to push themselves to this position. But ultimately, you can spend all the money in the world, but you still need to go and execute that. And that's what I feel that Emery's kind of done. Even getting Villa. Now, remember, Villa are not a team renowned for getting to European finals. This ain't I know someone's going to be like, oh, but they won this ain't the 70s, 80s, or whenever it is that they won it. We're talking about in today's day and age, in the last 30 years, when we're looking at it, Villa are not that team. They are definitely not that kind of team. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So the fact that I know it's only the Conference League, and I get that, but they'll obviously be potentially in the Champions League / Europa League next season. The fact that he's been able to get them to at least a semi-final and then push on so well in the league and be able to balance the 2 competitions, you know, pretty well. You have to big it up to Emery, man. You have to big it up to Emery. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I think that, and I said this on Enzo's show, I believe that if Arsenal just kept a tad bit more patience, I think they would be further along in their development than they are now. But listen, that's all splitting hairs, to be honest with you. Villa injuries as of right now: Buendia, Kamara, Ramsey, Moreno, Tielemans, and Nicole Lowe. Yeah. To be honest, none of those players. It's crazy. You know, you just said there, Jacob Ramsey. Yeah, that's a player I ain't seen play for a minute. Buendia before his injury, he was getting some good form, especially because he started out so poorly for Aston Villa, and everyone obviously signing from Norwich, and everyone was kind of like oh man, so like Bendy, is he really that good? Can he really step up to, you know, Premier League level, etc., etc.? But he did after a period of time, after a bedding in period, and then obviously, of course, you know, got himself injured, man. So I do feel sorry for him. Yep. The Liverpool injuries, the usual crap. To be honest with you, these are the same players that are always bloody injured. Christian, big up, man. Good morning to yourself. A bit of a random comment, but Liverpool have been interested in Anthony Gordon. They are willing to make £100 million bid for him. It's a good player. I like him. I wouldn't spend that much, but yeah, I definitely think he's a good player. The narrative had changed and taking it to the last day means the title challenge was sustained and they went the distance. Yeah, this I know, man. And listen, I crashed it on Liverpool for not winning. So I promise you, I'm crashing on Arsenal if you don't win. Because there was a period of time that you were top two. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not doing this like sustained thing. I don't care about all of that. Like, no one's gonna look back in however many years. Like, I implore anybody in the chat, anybody watching this on the replay, without going on Google, go through the seasons that, I don't know, Manchester United won the league, right? Find out who finished second. Not even find out. Let me know who finished second and find out how many points they finished on. I promise you probably won't know. You might know who finished second. That much you'll probably know because more time is probably Arsenal. But you won't know the points that they finished on. Why? Because you don't care about that stuff. Like, why do you like? I didn't get that. This morning I saw a post talking about Arsenal had accumulated however many points it was or whatever, which is good, by the way. They'd accumulated a certain amount of points, and in other seasons, it was more points than Manchester United had achieved in their some of their Premier League winning seasons. And I was just like, bro, you know when Liverpool was getting 97 and everything there, like if you're not winning it, I promise you, no one really cares. Well, let me not say no one because I know people do. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, I that's not something that I really care about. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not going to look back at the end of this season if Liverpool finish on whatever points that we finish on and be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to measure the season based on points. You don't measure the season that way, man. You measure the season on what you actually do. Of course, context to your team. So Liverpool finishing third this season, you're kind of like, you're a bit like, you know, depends on how you want to look at it, whether it's a success because obviously they got a Carabao Cup as well, or it was a bit of a meaty season, whatever. But you'll judge it based on that, not on the points that you accumulate. So I just, this points thing, it just seems to have crept up more and more. And these times, man, ain't even getting the high points. You're getting these kind of, like what this? Come on, man, that's not something to scream about. I guess maybe for your own team, you know, relatively it kind of is, but in a general sense, I don't know, man. I'm not really fussed about that. Hakeem's asking, would you take Unai LFC? Yeah. I would. I think he's so tactical, man. He's so tactical. Like, it would be a shock to a lot of the players' system. I'll tell you that. You know, when you've been listening to someone who's not so tactical, so the instructions will be a lot less, like, will be more basic, so to speak. He might have a bit too much for some people, and I don't know how they'll take to that, to be honest with you. Honestly, big up, man. Good morning to yourself. Watch us cook today because there's no pressure on LFC. We win, cool. We lose, it still don't matter that much. We are just on vibes. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm on vibes too. I really don't care about the game like that. It sounds bad, whatever you want to say, fake fan, whatever. I don't really care. I'll be honest with you. The season's literally done. Like, we can't go no further than third, and we can't go even further behind in terms of dropping down to fourth. We're literally stuck in that limbo. I wouldn't be surprised if he just starts playing Bajcetic and them, man. Like, you know what? Play Bajcetic. I want to see him play towards the end of the season. Why not? We ain't got nothing else to play for. Steve, Villa have spent, but they have spent it smartly. That's why Newcastle and Villa are going to be a team outside top 6 next few seasons to be serious contenders, because smart money equals large sums. Yeah, no, I agree. Really good signings, man. Really good signings. Honestly, Liverpool are set to trigger 85 million release clause for Kudus. Yeah, I'll wait and see if that actually happens, if I'm being totally honest with you. Pops, the Gooners now have more wins than the Invincibles. Wonder how they'll rate this team. This is what I'm saying, bro. The Invincibles, what, to go a whole season unbeaten? Do me a favor, bro. You're not getting another team better than that unless you actually go unbeaten yourself. And you're going to have to get more points than them. And you're going to have to draw less games than them. There's too many variables, man. Let's not do this. Let's not do revisionism, please. Big up, Angel. Good morning to you. Arteta's Arsenal have never achieved 90 plus points. Usually that's what it takes to dethrone City. Listen, to dethrone City, there is no way. The only way you can do it is if you absolutely blitz them and you pray that they have some injury crisis, like they did in the season. Not crisis, but like injuries to key players in the season that when we won the league. You need too many things to fall in place for you to beat a team like City. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like the Manchester United dominance. Like you needed things to fall in your favor to beat these kind of teams. It's never going to be. People are always like the Premier League's boring or whatever. I'm like, bro, that's just the Premier League though. It's been like that. Manchester United have had the dominance. Now, really, we're seeing Manchester City are probably the only other team that I've seen with this. The two Manchester clubs are the only clubs I've seen in the Premier League era to have this level of dominance. No other teams really had that. You've had the spring cool of Chelsea, Mourinho kind of times. You've had the spring cool of Arsenal as well. And then you've had the dots of like Leicester and Blackburn and Liverpool who have just been thrown in there just randomly. Like we're seeing dominance now from this team, man. So yeah, it's one of those. Arsenal fans now supporting Spurs, thinking that Villa will beat LFC and Spurs will beat City because of the top four. Arsenal fans are a different breed. Yeah, they bloody well are. All right, second player, John McGinn. John McGinn. Now, you're probably thinking, John McGinn, well, of all players, like that's the one that that's the one that you would pick. As I said, they got Bailly, they've got Diaby and stuff like that. They don't tick unless he does. I'll keep it a buck. They really, really don't tick unless he does, because he is the cog in their team. And you know what's mad about someone like John McGinn, yeah? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a player that he reminds me of, but I almost feel like he reminds me of a Milner, not in terms of like, oh, can play every position and, you know, play it well and etc. etc. Just more in reference to like the job role that he does there. He might not be the most pleasing on the eye. He might not be the eye-catching player that you're going to be like, oh, look at this. But every now and again, they do drop a few, you know what I mean, quick Cruyff turn and nutmeg and weldy of a goal and stuff like that. But most importantly for these kind of players, the reason why I like John McGinn quite a lot, I wish he was younger playing like this, because I would say sign him straight. That is a top central midfielder in your team, box to box, can play the deeper role and stuff like that. Like, see those kind of midfielders, yo, like he is like the epitome of what I would want from a central midfielder. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, he can just do so many different things, bro. He can literally do so many different things. And that's why I think even in a game like this, especially, he's someone you really, really need to watch. And of course, we've had a few teething problems. That's probably the best way to put it. A few teething problems, you know, with our midfield, so to speak, in terms of just consistency, really and truly. We've had that from the whole team, but with the midfield as well, you know, we've had that teething problems. Who's the best player to play in there? 1 week is McAllister, next week is Endo, next week is Jones, then it's Szoboszlai, then it's Gravenberch. That Bajcetic is coming back. Harvey Elliott should be thrown in there. Too much inconsistency within the whole team, by the way, but especially in that midfield area. And when you got someone like him, for me, he is like Mr. Consistent. And of course, he's a vet when it comes, not a vet, but like, you know, he is a vet when it comes to the Premier League. He's one of the better midfielders in the Premier League. Trust me when I tell you that is a midfielder I would love to have at Liverpool. Don't know, obviously I wouldn't go out and sign him now, kind of thing. But well, I would sign him now, but I know that fee for someone like him would be stupid, and you just think, nah, I wouldn't want to spend that. But if we had him in our team, man, like, can you just imagine someone like him in the team just doing? I don't want to like reduce him just to saying like the doggy work, because that almost makes it look like, oh yeah, he's just someone to just do the runt work for the rest of the players. Nah, man, because he can ball out as well. He's got a good passing range on him. He's got a shot on him, you know, and he's actually a leader. That's something, word to Virgil van Dijk, something I'm always asking for from players and from my team is I want that leader in the middle, and I want you to exude that kind of, you know, excellence in the middle of the park. And that's something that I think someone like John McGinn, you know, is able to do. Boom. All right, cool. Yeah, big up ends. Yeah, big up. No worries, man. I see that. when we're looking at his performances this season. Of course, he's another one who's played so many games this season for Aston Villa. And that's another thing I was thinking about. The endurance over there. So when was it you, Hakeem, who just asked me about would I take Unai Emery at Liverpool? I mean, these men, they're getting injuries, don't get twisted. It's not like they're completely injury free, but some of their key players are just, you know what I mean? They seem to keep those guys nice and fit, you know, moving forward. He's another one. I think, was it Ollie Watkins played like 50 games? I think, yeah, 51 games. He's also played 51. That's a lot of games. 102 games between the two of them. That's crazy. 9 goals, 7 assists, 6 and 4 in the Premier League. Listen, man, it's funny because sometimes I sit there and think, would that have been a better option to have signed than as a Bozalai? But then you just don't get the long-term thing with you don't get the long-term with a McGinn. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know if in the next 2 seasons, if not one, he just starts to just go a little bit. Do you get what I mean? So, and that would probably be the only thing and the only way that I would look at it. But when you look at his heat map on the screen here, it's kind of crazy. Like I said, this brother is everywhere, bro. He is everywhere, and it's just to commend him. I'll be honest with you. I think he's such a good player, man. And yeah, man, big up. But like I said, if he's there and he's about, it will cause us problems. If he's able to gain control, alongside potentially a Douglas Luiz and stuff like that, who I think has been good this season and is a very good player, but just a little bit like kind of thing. He's kind of petered out a little bit, in my personal opinion. Whereas I don't look at John McGinn like that. I feel like he's kind of just stayed the course, you know, so to speak, this season. Hakeem, but City's dominance has been different. How many on the bounce now? Their dominance has been different. No, I think it's the same. I don't really look at it any different than Manchester United. I think it's relatively the same, to be honest with you. It probably just feels different. And again, you're probably just looking really at the points total and stuff like that. I mean, if they don't win it, then they would have done what Manchester United have done, which is win it 3 times in a row. Do you get what I'm saying? I think they've done it, Manchester United have done 3 times in a row. I feel like they've done it twice. Which is crazy. I think I can't remember off the top of my head, but something's telling me they've done 3 in a row twice. You know, to even do that is mad in itself. Of course, if they do 4 in a row, they've usurped that record anyway. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of the same. Just context the time, really. I'll be honest with you. It's literally context the time. I'm telling you, watch City smoke Spurs 4-1 because Pep and City, when it's crunch time, they go Super Saiyan 4 levels. Yeah, bro, I promise you. Big up ends as well. Love for that, guys. As he says there, subscribe to the new channel. First episode is already out, so you guys can go and watch that. Steve saying McGinn is a boss. 100%, man. 100%. Angel, I think it's 17 wins and 4 draws since City's last loss. I'm not 100% sure of that. Let's put it this way. I can't remember the last time City even lost a game. And it's so funny. I'm going to start clipping up certain things that I say, right? I remember saying about Manchester City and saying they'll go on a run and you won't even know that they're going on a run because it's Manchester City. And obviously we know that they will go on a run, or we're confident that they'll go on a run because they've done it more or less every single season since Pep Guardiola's come in, right? And I remember thinking, bro, they're going to go on a type of run where 17 wins and 4 draws. And you probably didn't even really look at it when they were getting a couple of those draws, right? Like as we all would, we wouldn't really pay too much attention to it. But then you get more wins. Now it's 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 6 in a row. Yeah, you might get a draw. Then you get the next win, draw, win. Bro, that's just Manchester City, bro. That is honestly just Manchester. Like, word to Tariq, they are a juggernaut, but you're looking at the best team, you know what I mean, in England and top 2 teams in the world at this current moment in time. Honestly, McGinn is Milner, bro. Mad strong. You can't get the ball from. I know, man. It's weird. Those kind of players you look at, they're the guys in Sunday league football that they just annoying. They're so annoying because it's like you look at them and the way that they maybe play, you're like, bro, you shouldn't even be this good. But listen, they're the most, and big up man like Shawnee, they're the most consistent players, bro. They are literally the most consistent players. So, like I said, man, big up to them, man. Big up to him. Steve, McGinn is a driving force and probably their most consistent player other than Emi Martinez and Ollie Watkins. Yeah, those three, man. And I could have, like I said, I could have picked more. I could have picked a Bailly, a Diaby, but they're threats. They are 100% threats, but they're not the ones I think I'm going to be looking at. They're the ones where, like, if they're having a good day, then that's a problem. But on a consistent level, it's going to be Ollie Watkins and John McGinn. And of course, Emi Martinez. But in terms of like being a threat to us, so to speak, then I think it's really, really those two that I would put in there anyway. Christian, I can't lie, might as well start by Tetric and Dan's in There's Nothing to Lose. Yeah. Listen, I'm down. I'm down for that. Steve, this brother bullied Manchester City in that 1-0 Villa win in January. He was outstanding and the best midfielder on the park. I remember that game very vividly because they bullied a Pep team. This is what I'm saying. It's like they've had those kind of results. They beat Manchester City. They beat Arsenal as well. So, and I'm sure that was within a couple of games of each other. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I'm sure that was in a short time period that they were able to do that. So, yeah, man, they're definitely not a team to muck around, man. Definitely not a team to muck around. Great team player. You ask him to do a role in a game, he'll do it. No questions asked. He's very coachable. Every team would take a player like him because of his attributes. Now, 100%. And Manchester City haven't lost since they went to Villa Park and lost 1-0. And that tells you everything. That tells you guys everything. All right. Without further ado, man, let's just get into the predicted lineup. Should I even call it predicted or should I just call it my lineup? Because I don't really want to do a predicted lineup. When I think about it sometimes, I'm like, I don't really want to predict what the lineup would be. I want to do my lineup, what I would choose. Ultimately, that's what we're here for, right? You know what I mean? We all want to have our say in terms of the type of team that we would want to put out. So let's do that. All right, let's change this. Let's change this. There we go. Is that good? Yeah. Yeah. That's calm. All right, boom. No, let's change that. Let's change that to my lineup versus Villa. That's what I would prefer to do. All right, goalkeeper. Again, and by the way, let me know if there's anyone. I don't know if Klopp has he done a press conference yet? You know, I don't even care. Goalkeeper. Well, I'll go with Ali. I'll go with Alisson. All right, cool. Oh, we'll start off with the left back. Obviously you got Robbo, you got Gomez, you got Tsimikas. Up against I'm going Gomez. No, yeah, I'm gonna go Gomez. Because if they play, I don't know if Bailly's gonna be fit because I saw him get kind of injured in that Olympiacos game, and he's been kind of like that. But if and obviously Diaby could easily play there as well, but he might play on the other side. It's a bit tricky with them. I don't know how they're gonna play it. But if it is a Bailly, I would probably prefer someone like a Gomez who can match him for pace, obviously stronger than him. And if he does try to then cut in on his left foot, which of course he's going to do, you're going to have someone who's a lot more comfortable being on their right as opposed to Robertson, who's going to have to just let him go kind of thing. And then, of course, we don't know what that might actually mean. So, yeah, I'm going to go Joe Gomez. Right back, Trenty, Alexander Arnold. The two centre backs. I'm assuming Van Dijk is fine, so I'll go with Van Disney. Who else is there? Let me bring in Gaff inside. Big up ends in
big up, bro.
Big up. Yeah, man. Just doing the lineup and all of that. So obviously I've got Ali in goal. I have got Gomez at left back, and I've got Trent at right back with Van Dijk in the middle. Who do you think should partner him in the middle?
Condolences
it is. We saying what? No. Why not Konate?
You said it's what we want, right? So I'm going for what we wanted. Nah, I think to be fair, I think Klopp will go with Ibu because he didn't play in the last game. But
Yeah.
what we want is, Kwanzaa, bro. Let's get the condolences in the building, man.
Yeah, you know what?
Finish strong, bro. Finish strong.
Yeah. Literally, I was about to say, why not? Do you get what I'm trying to say? We are in that kind of position anyway. All right, cool. And are you good with the rest? In terms of, I don't know, maybe you want like, like I said, I only put Gomez in at left back because of, I don't know if Bailly's going to play because I've not seen that he's going to be injured, and it is just more about when he cuts in on his left foot. You already know, having someone who's a lot more comfortable on their right foot, being able to kind of defend that. You get what
It's
I'm trying
crazy.
to say?
That's the same back line I picked on my preview still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same goalkeeper, same back line. But I tried to throw Kelleher in there. No, actually, did I go with Kelleher? No, I went with Kelleher. So
you went with Kelleher.
Yeah, Kelleher and obviously these three Pops was on and Zubiri. So we got a good team out, man. Got a good team out. But Joey was the left back, just to give you to.
Say no more. Say no more. All right, midfield three. Does it have to be?
Yeah.
Does it have to be like how it is shown on the screen? Does it have to be like this, or could it just be like this?
Let's see.
Where it could just be more like almost like how we had it at the beginning of the season when obviously McAllister was playing there, and obviously at times they would start to rotate. So you might see Szoboszlai in the sixth position at times, when we're defending or when we're attacking, just in certain transition of play. McAllister will move a tad bit further forward. Jones as well sometimes used to drop into that sixth position. Again, like I said, it's the end of the season, man. I'm just trying to just do some different stuff now because I'm bored of we're done now. So let's just see something a bit different. But it might just be the same old usual Endo in the middle and then, the 2-8 kind of thing. But I don't know how you want to see it or how you think we should see it.
It's early and I don't know how fit Bajcetic is, but here's one I would love to see. But we did go with Wataru. But I'd love to see him Bajcetic in this.
Would you have him more, obviously, in that more central of the three, so to speak? So in that kind of sixth position?
Yeah, he would play in there because he's press resistant, bro. Like the turns that he's given, man. I even obviously how much you respect Darwin, but Darwin even posted about him, saying how good of a player he is. But I know, man, them don't respect Darwin like that. So.
Yeah,
I still don't rate your ball knowledge, big man. You know what I mean? I rate the ball knowledge in that. But now we know he's a good player, man.
Yeah, no. He's like I said, he's a calm player, and I think it's just going to be a real big summer for him. But obviously, we'll get into that another time. I'm going to put him in. I don't mind seeing him play. I unless you're going to tell me, unless they're going to say to me, oh yeah, he's still not ready. Then fairs. Then and I can understand as well because what you don't want is, even though it's not Klopp's responsibility or it won't be Klopp's responsibility, he still has that responsibility for the players for now. And of course, for some of these young guys, pushing through, he doesn't want to be in a position where he left Bajcetic in a place where it's like, oh, he got injured again because he played against Villa and he broke down and, all of these kind of things. So I do get it if he doesn't start, but I say, why not? I say, why not? Why not?
Guys, remember in the chat is what it's not. We know Klopp is going to go with something, but it's what we would like to see.
Yeah. This isn't like it says I should change it even to our lineup, but it's our lineup. I'm bored. We're done now, guys. We are finished. Like the season is done now. We've done we think Klopp's gonna go with. So we're done with all of that now. Do you get what I'm trying? Well, I'm done with it anyway, and I'm bored of seeing the same stupid lineup. And the only thing that and the thing that makes it funny is that we all do a predicted lineup. We all know what he's going to play, and then we get vexed when we see these same players play and they're doing something we don't like. So, guys, why don't we just do our own lineup? Because that way, the only person you could be mad at is yourself. And are you really going to spend time being mad on yourself? You're not going to do that.
Yeah, you're not
going to do that. So, guess what? We're going to pick it.
Let's have some fun, man.
Let's have some fun, man. Come on, man. It's Monday morning. Good vibes, man. 2 8s. So we'll start off with the left-sided 8.
That will be McAllister.
Mac 10. Lucky he's got that name.
But
look at me typing in Mac 10. Idiot.
Do you know what? I would love to see Gravers, but I know if we're gonna go with the Bajcetic in there, we're gonna need another. So we need someone else in there. So I'll go with Matt. But I'd love to see Gravers.
Alexander saying the same thing, man. He wants to see
Big up,
Gravenberch.
Alexander. Yeah, man, get grammars.
No. I feel you. Right-sided. Oh no. So should I put McAllister on the right side, or
No,
do we
he's
have?
fine.
Okay,
You said left,
right-sided.
didn't it? It'll be Harvey, man. Harvey.
So no Jones, no Zabozalai. You think just straight Harvey?
Yeah, Harvey has to play, man. He deserves it now. It's down to him now, isn't it? It's down to him if he wants the position now. Because now the light's being shone on the team because the manager now that's coming in, he's pretty much nearly finished now. So it's all done and dusted. So I'm pretty sure he's probably paying attention to the Liverpool games. Now, I'm sure he probably already had, but now there's a bit more intent watch now because he knows, right, I'm going to be the gaffer. So I'm sure Harvey, bro, you know what I mean? Time to shine, man. He shined in the last game, goal and an assist, look cold. Shine again, big man.
Hey, Harvey, if you're listening to Ends right now, if you follow Ends,
man.
yeah, I mean, he's telling you, bro. He's telling you. Angel saying Trent. Nah, I don't want to see Trent in midfield. Bradley right back, Trent right.
Well, why not G, man? Why not? Why not approach? Yeah, but I hear it. Obviously, there's Besetic. We want to see Besetic. We want to see the Harvey. But I wouldn't mind throwing Trent in there, you know.
No, do you know what it is? Yeah, there's two. Like, I wouldn't put Trent in midfield ahead of putting Besetic in that position anyway, because I just think that moving forward, for me, I'm just looking at for these two games that we've got left anyway, where they're kind of dead rubbers. It would make more sense really to just have him in there, so to speak, like just to get the feeling back in his legs in terms of playing football and that.
G, can you do me a favor? Shift Besetic over a bit to the left, shift Trent into there, so make it a little square in there. Shift over Kwanzaa as the right, and then Verge through the middle, and yeah, man, a little shift now. We're shifting, rotating, bro, because this is what it will end up. This was
going to happen anyway.
Yeah, this is what it's going to end up being anyway. So just for the visual aid for everyone else, Angel, I hope you prefer that one.
I hope that makes everybody happy and everyone's like, okay, cool.
That's it, Monday morning, man. Gotta be happy, bro.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. But to be honest, if we're being real, this is more or less how it's going to, like, in terms of
drop into that.
Yeah, he's gonna drop into there anyway. So we are kind of gonna see this anyway, to be honest with you. Just might not see the same players, but you're definitely gonna see this shape throughout the game. All right. Left wing.
I would go with, even though Diaz is our player of the month, I'll go with Cody. I think he has to start.
Cody
Gap.
Cody. All right.
No worry, Angel. Got you, bro.
Right wing.
Did he score? He scored in the last game, didn't he?
Right wing ends. I don't need the backstory on.
I'm trying to look up, bro. I'm trying to think of the last game. Scored in the last game. I don't know if he got an assist. Defended well, dropped in. I actually seen the double up as well, which was quite good. Was aggressive in the press. I'll go with Mo Salah for this one.
Sorry, can you just say it again? Because it was a bit quiet. It kind of cut out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's the guy that starts with an S, man. That Donny.
The guy that starts with an S.
Yeah.
Sabozalai.
That'll be a good pick, to be fair. But I mean, Mohamed Salah. Put Mohamed in there.
I know that for some reason I feel like that kind of hurt you to say. I don't know why.
No, do you know what? G, what I asked for, I am now seeing. I said, bro, I need you not being a passenger on the pitch. I need you helping, defending, and also when you get the chance, I need you to put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, I can't have just 10 players, 9 players on the pitch running around because obviously goalkeeper is in goal. Do you know what I mean? Can't have that, bro. Because I'm seeing their left back cooking, doing little triangles and that. My right back's getting cooked all game. I need my right winger to drop in and double up sometimes, bro. That's all I was asking for. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he's been
don't worry.
that,
I'm watching as well.
The conversation, you know what I mean? Klopp batted him up, bro. Next game defending and that.
Fairs. All right, up front.
Nunes.
Fairs.
Oh, you didn't have nothing to say about that. All right, fair enough.
Hey, listen, this is our team. If this is the team that you would like to see, then fairs. Like I said, I've got no problem with the teams anymore. Like, it's the end of the season. What is there really? Like, we cannot keep moaning. Like, it is what it is. Pops, you said it there earlier on. It's not like Klopp's going to all of a sudden now change to 3 at the back, for example, and play 3 centre backs, and he's going to, drop a 5 in midfield or what. Bro, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. A bigger Alexander saying Darwin to break the big chances miss record. Yeah, I mean, if he breaks, is there even what is that record? I would love to actually know. If someone's been, I know they've been keeping that record anyway, because they keep a record of how many times someone touches the ball, let alone miss chances. I'll be intrigued to find out the actual number of that. Nunes, just because Villa play a high line. Very true, they do. And we saw it. I can't remember, and you might have to tell me, did he play in the reverse fixture when we beat them 3-0? Was it 3-0? Yeah, 3-0. Nunes.
I can't actually remember, but I do remember it. It might have been last season, it might have been this season. I know we won the game 3-0. I know we dominated the game. But I can't remember if it was this season or last when he scored, and then he scored that mad overhead kick. Was it overhead kick? But it was offside.
That might have been this season,
I can't remember if it's this or last. So apologies, guys.
No, I'll double check now anyway.
But I know we won 3-0, and I know we dominated the game from start to finish. And I know they subbed man off because Watkins was in the back pocket. I think Trent in that game was mad. He that when we did the box formation, it was just we blocked them out completely. I remember Bailey coming on, getting subbed off. I remember no one could get a change out of Robbo.
He did start. It was Salah, Nunes, and Diaz, and it was the midfield three of, midfield three of Jones, McAllister, and Szoboszlai in the middle.
Sobbo scored a volley. I remember that much. He scored a volley from a corner.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, who scored?
I said it might have been this season or last season.
I feel like it was this game though that he did that. Like the kit is what I'm trying to think about. I feel like I saw that in this season's game.
Who else scored in that game? Bro? I feel like there's other
Robbo, Salah, and I'm seeing Salah. Is it Salah twice? Nunes. How can one of the things that pop up say Nunes had 5 shots as 2 hit the woodwork? That's the first thing that comes up with you when you're just looking at
these guys why are they picking on him, bro?
No, okay, so Szoboszlai, Salah, and Matty Cash scored an own goal. Nunes got 2 assists in the game.
Oh yeah, that's the one when Nunes hit the post, it hit the player and went in. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. He should have scored that one. I think he should have scored because I think he put it. Like, he did hit the post. I think Salah squared it to him, and he hit the inside of the post, and then someone tried to go and clear it, and that's how they put it in.
Just another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar when it comes to Nunez. Angel saying, Nunes plays hit the bar. Yeah. I remember that. Big up Dexter. Good morning to you. High line or low block, Nunes is still going to be crap. You guys just don't get it. It is what it is. Dan's is hurt. Cash OG for Villa. So yeah, man, that's kind of our lineup. So obviously we've got left back, we've got Gomez. Obviously in goal we've got Ali, Van Dijk, and condolences in the middle with Trent at right back. Of course, we've got him here shifting into that midfield position to play alongside by Tetic in the middle of the park. Hopefully, I think he might start. Remember he played that game that he scored his first goal for Liverpool against Villa this last season. I remember that.
He hasn't started as well in a minute as well, so he might get a start.
And this is what I'm saying. And then we've got, of course, the 2 8s. We've got Harvey Elliott and McAllister. Good with those choices. I think Enz is correct as well in terms of saying that Harvey Elliott does deserve it. He has been performing pretty well over the last couple of weeks, so why not? And then, of course, you got McAllister. And then the front three of Salah on the right, Cody Gakpo on the left, and Darwin Nunes up top. If we looked at this now, what do you think he's going to play? Like who do you think? Like obviously we don't really know, but who would you think he's going to take out and put in?
Probably Besetic for Wataru. Maybe Nunes for Diaz, and then obviously Gakpo goes in the middle, and Kwanzaa for Konate.
Possibly, yeah. That seems like a
because I think Harvey will start, Mac will start, Endo will start, or he could go if we're looking to, because Villa don't really attack. You'd say most of the time through the middle, they play wide into their wide men, and then they get the ball into like Ollie Watkins, or they normally try to double up. They try and hit the channels as well.
Because
they don't really play through teams. They try and keep the ball, go wide, and get balls into the box. So Konate will come in, and Mac will drop into the 6. Sobo would start, and then they'll probably start Jones just to keep the ball.
Yeah,
I don't know, but Harvey deserves. Fucking trying to get into this Klopp's mindset, man, is crazy, bro. But
I'm telling you,
no, but Konate, Harvey starts, Mac goes into the 6, and Sobo starts. And then Gakpo through the middle, Diaz on the right. Diaz on the left and Gakpo through the middle.
Diaz on the left, Gakpo through the middle. Now, I kind of agree with that, to be fair. I think he might just look at it that way. But at the same time, he's been, the way he's been kind of moving recently, he's kind of moving with that air of like, man, I don't even care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're late to the press conference. I don't care about all of that shit.
Who cares about that nonsense, bro?
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? But like, he's moving with that kind of, arrogance is not the right word, like just blasé about it, doesn't really care, not really bothered. So he's just trying to do right now. It just seems like it's just a case of we're at the end of the season, guys. Like, do you know what I mean? And we've done what we needed to do in terms of getting ourselves back into the Champions League and all that kind of stuff. So for him, he's just looking at it thinking, all right, cool, we're kind of good to go. But as me and Enz have said already, we would like to see a few of these other players potentially, joining in the game. So let's wait and see, man. Let's wait and see. All right, let's go to score predictions, guys. We'll not keep you on here for too long. And it's gone there. Take this off. Let's take it off.
Give me the small box on that. I hear it.
So, guys,
I'll take the small box.
All right, match prediction. Go on, chat to me.
What did I predict on my one? I think I went with 3-1. Nunes to get 2. I can't remember who I said. It might have been Gakpo to get the 3rd, and Mo to get 2 assists. I think that's what I went with. I think we'll play good, man. I really do think we'll play good in this game. I think everyone's kind of mindset now is, the pressure is off, so this should be a straightforward win, in my opinion. But at the same time, Liverpool could just be like, bro, we don't really care, man. We'll just relax and play some football. If we get the win, we get the win. Villa is coming to this game. They're at home. They're like, we need these 3 points to get into the Champions League to guarantee it. So there's a different energy from both sides. We're playing with no pressure. They are playing with pressure. But also there's that, they need those 3 points to qualify. And this game has a massive ripple effect onto the other games, which is crazy. Because, if we lose, Man City are going to batter Tottenham.
If we lose, Man City will batter.
Because Villa would have qualified. That means Tottenham have nothing to play for. Like, no one man ain't telling me we're going into this game and I'm going to give you 110, bro. Am I an idiot, bro?
Not with Euros coming up and all that stuff.
Not with Euros coming up if they got players for that. And not only that, man, I'm booking my holiday now, bro. What do you want me to do? Get injured? Nah, bro. 110, like running around. Man City keeping the ball. Now I'm good. But if we beat Aston Villa, then Tottenham would be like, well, we have an opportunity here, guys. We got to capitalize on it. And that's the thing in it. So on one part of the fence, I don't want Arsenal to win the league. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't mind I say losing because you shouldn't want to lose at all.
This game.
But at this, do you know what it is, bro? At this point in the season, I'm like, right, if we win, we win. Like,
The
yeah,
lesser
you know,
of two evils, I guess. The lesser of two
we win.
evils.
Like, all right, we play some good football, calling will be jokes, whatever. But we lose.
Now it sets up a whole different.
Yeah,
Listen,
man. Yeah, I feel like, but I want us to win. But if I'm gonna be honest, not.
I hope you guys are listening. I fully hope you guys are listening. You know, this will be used as evidence at some point in the next case.
Listen, man, I stand on what I say, man. It is what it is. I want us to win, and every fiber of me is like win. But just for the sake of Arsenal not winning the title, bro. Because I need a Tottenham that's not on it, bro. I need a Tottenham that's just gonna be, you know what I mean, just sitting around doing nothing, bro. It's like, oh yeah, run through, man. Score your goal, bro. Who cares? I need that Tottenham. I need that vibe from Tottenham. I don't need the Tottenham guy. Guys, you know, we can get a point from this. No, I don't need that. I don't need that vibe. Yeah, guys, man. I wouldn't mind even losing it, bro. I ain't even lying. I don't care at this point, but I want to win. I don't know, man. Call it sitting on the fence, bro. You guys know, man.
The thing is, I get it. Steve's got a question for you. Okay. And who do you like on Aston Villa? And what's their greatest strength and weaknesses that Liverpool have to consider?
Who do I like on Villa? So I'll break that down. Who do I like in Aston Villa? Bailey.
Good play.
Watkins is a dangerous player for them as well. But I like Douglas. So if I was gonna say Douglas is probably the one if I had to choose. Bailey is cold, being a fellow Jamaican as well, but Douglas Luiz, man, they play different. It's like when Man City play without Rodri, bro. They just different with him playing. And what's the other part? What is their greatest strength? I think Villa or the player. If I'm gonna say Villa, I think the fluidity in their team is good, man. And they got a point, man. They've somehow found a way to fit everyone within the system and get the best out of them. If I'm talking about the actual player that I like, Douglas Luiz, just his calmness and range of passing, man. And he feels like he's just everywhere. And he's a player that not only sits in there and win the ball, but he can get you goals as well. Set pieces, he's dangerous from in terms of his deliveries. He's a cold player, man. Really, really good player. And he can do that whole sitting in and mopping up and passing ranges there, or he can do the box thing. What are the weakness plus the weakness Liverpool have to consider? The high line. They play with a high line, and I feel like they're a team at the moment that don't really, as such, fare teams. And they play out from the back, so they don't really fare most teams, to be fair now. I think they feel that they're in a position where they can hurt everyone. So they'll play out from the back. So that could be a weakness. And sometimes it's not been our massive strength this season, but it used to be one of Liverpool's greatest strengths, where if you play out from the back and we time it right, you could lose the ball and we'll score from it. But yeah, hopefully I answer that, Steve, in the best way, bro.
No. I agree with Ends, man. And I'm with Ends when we are talking about in terms of the result and stuff like that, because the reality is I don't actually care. So lose the game, great. If that means then Arsenal can't win it, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the shithousery. I'm totally here for it. Because if you got to realize there's four teams who are right now. No, sorry, 5 teams. We have to include Spurs, right? There's 5 teams right now who are in all different type of mental gymnastics right now when it comes to the results of these next 2 games. Like literally this game, Liverpool versus Villa, and then Spurs versus Manchester City. So all 5 teams are looking for different kinds of results and stuff like that, kind of thing. And everyone is, it seems like everyone's, I guess, conspiring against Arsenal because we don't want Arsenal to win the league. It's not even that I think that people don't like Arsenal. It's just really your fans. I think we've said this more than enough times as well. It's just the fans. The way the fans move with a level of arrogance that you would think that we're talking about a team who have won the last 3 Premier Leagues and won a Champions League and a treble in the same season. That's the kind of arrogance that I speak of when I speak about Arsenal fans. That's what I think bugs people the most. It isn't the fact that your team is up there because you've deserved it. Arsenal have fully deserved it. They've been fantastic this season, defensively, going forward. The performances that they put in as a team, when you're just looking at the team itself, you've been amazing. Guess what? Your fans haven't, though. So this is why people are going to sit here and it's always Arsenal. It isn't, because you've not been this good for about 20 years. So it really isn't always Arsenal. It's always going to just be a case of your fans, the way that you speak about your team and your club, and the way that you then reference then other teams and almost look down on other teams when you wished you were in, give or take, all the top teams' positions when you're really not. So yeah, man, I'm with ends. I'm good. I'm good with whatever result. Win, of course. Yeah. I want the team to win. Blah blah blah. But ultimately, if we were to lose and it meant that it would put a dagger into Arsenal's hopes, just because obviously the knock-on effect is the Manchester City Spurs game, then cool. But I'll be honest, even if Liverpool win, I still see Manchester City winning that game anyway. I don't see a difference in that. I think they know what they've got to do, and they've been doing this for the last 6 years. So do I think it's going to change? Not really, man. Not really. Big up Ali. He's saying 2-1 Liverpool. 1-0. Hakeem says Joe Gomez is going to be the goal scorer. Hey, it's about flipping time.
Let's get Joey on the score sheet.
This is it.
Hey, this is the moment now, isn't it? Yeah. Like, game on the
no. You know what will be the moment? It'll be the final home game of the season against Wolves. That's where he gets his goal.
Put him up front and that.
Say that again.
Put him up front.
But hey, last 10. Okay. Klopp's professional. If we're winning 5-0 against Wolves, I promise you Joe Gomez will start going up front. I promise. I can see it already. If we're slapping them, obviously, if it's like a tight game and we look like we might lose the game, then that obviously won't happen. But if it's a case of we're winning 4-5-0, I can see that. I can easily see that. Alexander saying 4-2 Liverpool. I hear it. Ends. How much money do I put on a Nunes brace? Ends, man.
For this one,
yeah.
Just put a $5, man. A little cheeky $5, bro. You would probably, bro. You might be a millionaire if you put that a $5 on, because I know the odds are dumb. The odds would be dumb. It'd be like 500 to 1.
No, I don't even think
1. So it's not dumb, bro. They'll take the piss.
No,
it's brace.
No. Because I'll even check now on my.
Check now, bro. Gee, I know they're dumb, bro. They ain't giving him good odds.
Nah, let's see what they've got for.
If they have something like hitting the post or missing a chance, them odds are low, like 2 to 1. You're like, they're definitely gonna get that. But
all right, they've got multi-goal scorers. Darwin Núñez, 2 or more goals, 11 to 2. That's not too bad.
2 or more goals. Who's giving him that? Who's being nice?
Bet365.
Yeah, they're normally nice, man. They know you have to go to done these, bro. Not them.
In fact,
them too much airtime, but them other, them other betting.
But to be fair, it's better odds for Núñez to get 2 or more than it is Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, that's
sorry. Let me take that back. It's better odds for Ollie Watkins to get 2 because it's 17 to 2, but they rate Darwin Núñez higher because they're doing it at 11 to 2 to get 2 or more goals. So they clearly rate Darwin Núñez a lot more than they rate Ollie Watkins. So that's kind of interesting, actually. I
don't know what's gone into their thought. Maybe there's an injury or like knock that Ollie has, because obviously they will have certain insider stuff that why they accumulate their bets. But no, bro, I can't see what Ollie Watkins scored how many goals in the Prem this season, and
that's what I'm.
Nah, bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I don't even think Darwin's even had a brace yet.
Not
the only
season,
time I remember is like pre-season, bro, when he scored a brace.
Yeah. No, you're right.
1 goal than that, just little oneers every now and then.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's a good shot, man. I'd have to double check. Hollywood saying I wanted Arsenal to win it, but their fans are. Yeah, I know. They're too jarring.
Yeah,
I've never met a fan base like this. That such arrogance. Like I just don't understand. I'm like, brother, do you know? Like, act like you've been here. Like I don't even understand. Like why you guys are moving like this. Like just be humble with it, man, and like start winning, and then people will respect you a lot more. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Until obviously you end up at Liverpool fans and it it goes the other way. Strasbourg, Spurs have something to play for regardless of tonight's Villa versus Liverpool game. They have mathematically sealed the European spot. Newcastle, Chelsea win out, Spurs lose out, and Man United win the FA Cup. That would mean Spurs don't qualify for Europe. Like I said, everyone's doing mental gymnastics right now. Just do your job. I think every team is now looking at, let me just do my job. If I do my job,
do my job. It don't matter what anyone else does.
Yeah.
That's it.
I remember that's what Trossard was saying after the game, like when they were asking him the questions and that in the interview. He was just like, bro, we done our job. We just had to come and do our job, get the victory, and then whatever will be kind of thing. Like we can't really change that. It's saying good stuff. And honestly, saying Liverpool have accumulated 190 million in prize money this season. City to win. Arsenal give us hella chat because we couldn't do it. But on Arsenal, now I want 3 points. Forget the rest. Let them all do their own jobs. I hear it. Arsenal, the club is calm, but for every level-headed fan like Tariq, there is 10 egals and one tie from after is enough to dislike the fan base. I hear it, man. I totally hear it. All right. So what is your score prediction? I don't know if I did actually ask you. What is your actual
3-1.
I think 3-1.
Yeah, 2 for Nunes, 1 for Gakpo, and then I said Salah would get a brace in terms of assists.
3-1 from ends. I'm gonna go with 2-1 Villa. I am going to go with a 2-1 Villa. Honestly, 5-1 LFC. Darwin Hattie, Cody Brace, and Lucho for Villa. Douglas Luiz. Yep, I hear it. 5-1. This is awful. Not looking forward to this match at all. Don't worry, Marianne, chill. This evening, chill. Don't even stress yourself. The players ain't, and they've been doing it for the last couple of weeks. So you don't need to stress yourself either. Don't even worry about that.
Relax, man. It's all good.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Ends, just quickly, are you doing the calling show after the?
Yes, we are indeed, sir. Yes, we are. Meant to be doing. Don't know, they broke my watch. Yeah, we're meant to be doing the we're meant to be doing the calling. I'm meant to be doing the watch along. But as I said, it's open. If you are free, if the man them are free, we can just chill, watch the game, and watch it with the people, man. And then straight after that is the calling show.
Yeah, just drop the link. No, I'll be there. I'll probably be there. I'm not gonna be a nice evening.
Just relax, man. Just watch the game.
Yeah, literally. This will be one of the most chillest games I think I would have watched in time.
Yeah, win, lose or draw, bro. We're third, isn't it?
Yeah, we're third, literally. Like, so I'm not stressing like, oh, bro, we need to get that victory just in case we can catch second. Bro, we're good, man. Yeah, we're good. Last few comments, and then we will head out of here, guys. Ends, just quickly, have you got anything else today outside of?
I am going to try my best to do, because there was one show I wanted to do for the members. I need to record it today. Hopefully today. If I do it today, it'll be out today. If I do it tomorrow, it'll be out for tomorrow. It's just me looking at the players and giving you my honest opinion on all the players. Jokes aside, agendas aside, just an honest, open conversation about the players that we currently have in the team and where I see them going forward. But that's for the members.
You guys heard it here first. If you want to watch that video, you're going to need to become a member. You're going to need to become a member. It will be a very, very, if I know Ends anyway, it'll be a very, very good conversation. So make sure you guys head on over to Endsman TV. It's already in my featured channel list, so you know where to find him if you haven't done so already. And make sure you become either you can be part of the DC world, but if you want to be one of Ends' right hand people, might as well become an Avenger.
The perk from that is cold still, because that's different levels, isn't it? Now we're, you know what I mean, we're close, bro. We're boys in that.
I'm due to become an Avenger, even though I feel like I should be an honorary Avenger, but I'm due to become an Avenger, and you know,
criteria. It's criteria you have to tick off before. You know what I mean? So, you seen what happens sometimes in Avengers, bro. Man, them will come in and pretend they're heroes, bro. Snake it at the end. So it's criteria. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. But yeah, as I said, man, guys, please make sure head on over to Ensman TV and become a member. But more importantly, make sure you do subscribe to his channel, please. All right, what's everyone else saying? Just quickly, 3-2 Villa from Hollywood Rock. Now you man are too casual. I told you, like, it's chill vibes over here now. Like, I'm not stressing at all. Like, I'm really not looking at this and thinking, oh man, like, guys, what more can I even do? Like, what am I going to moan an extra time because Nunes missed a chance? All right. Am I going to moan because Salah didn't run back? Am I going to moan because the defense just started leaking goals? Bro, we're going to finish third regardless. Doesn't we lose 10-0, we still finish third. Like, it makes no difference. So this actually, if anything, I feel like this is actually even good for the fan base, because where the team don't have no pressure, one, that could be a good thing for the team. Where if no pressure, then they just kind of play. They've been playing a little bit within themselves with that pressure. Maybe now we'll see just them a bit more relaxed, a bit more chilled, and doing the right things where they don't have to necessarily feel the weight of like the whole world, on their shoulders. And also, it's just a relaxed evening, man. We don't need to stress, guys. I promise you, the end of the season is now basically here. One more game after this, Klopp's last game of the season. I know it's going to be emotional on the weekend, so let's just gear up towards that, man, and then obviously give him the best send off we possibly can. Honestly, saying Feyenoord are on the 10th longest unbeaten streak in Europe. Arne Slot's final net late winner, only one loss in their last 25 games. That's really good.
Play some ball, man.
Let's hope that he continues that unbeaten streak at Liverpool. Christian, I can't lie, my prediction in the summer was hella accurate. This is the most third place team ever. You could tell. I hear it. Yeah, but don't worry. At the end of the season, we'll go over the season, rate the season, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's going to be very, very fun. Liverpool will announce their released and retained list soon. After the end of the season, Musialowski is expected to depart on a free transfer. Yeah, I saw him and Frauendorf. I saw those two.
Yeah, one Frauendorf, man, but the other Donny, bro, Musialowski, man, he needs to get a new deal still. Yeah, one Frauendorf, man. He been there for a minute, bro. He ain't even done nothing, bro. Relax, man.
He actually has it, man. He actually has it.
Sorry, Frauendorf, man. If you watch the channel, my bad, bro. But I'm just saying, innit? That you know what I mean? Have you been given the opportunity?
Blacklist me. I didn't say anything. I think you're cool, bro.
No, my bad. Just the words of ends. My bad. Man, be like, I ain't watching that G's guys channel.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I didn't even say anything. Like, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Don't blacklist me. You know. Don't blacklist me. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Arne Slot and his arrival at Liverpool is a done deal as we enter the final weeks of the season. Oi, 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 oi. Hollywood, there is no convo. Klopp has won way more than him. Now Arteta could have a great career. He's a good manager, but right now, no, it doesn't worry me as Ranieri, Pellegrini, Mancini all won one Premier League. You're right. And I think that's also another thing that we always look at in terms of when they're talking about Arteta and they're talking about Klopp is, we're not saying that Arteta will never become a great manager. I think he would. Like the way he is now, if he can kind of stay with on this trajectory, then that's kind of naturally where I think he would be heading. But to talk about him in the way that people talk about him, as if to say he is amongst these elites that we talk about. So as I say, I crash it on Klopp all the time, but we're talking about an elite manager kind of thing. You're talking about the Pep Guardiolas, the Ancelottis, the Dans, and all these kind of heck, even Mancini is a more illustrious manager, than Mikel Arteta. That's not to say he won't get there, and he may get there anyway. But yeah, we talk about him in this. It's too much revisionism. It's too much. It's too much recency bias is the right word. Sorry, too much recency bias, and that's what annoys me about football fans in general. It's too much. Yeah, man. I think Leao is better than Ronaldinho, bro. Like, what? Like, what are we doing it? What are we doing?
Man,
like,
crazy, that.
Like, what are we actually doing, man? But it is what it is. Stefano, Villa get cooked tonight. Their legs looked gone in Europe. They did. They just seem to run out of ideas in that game, man. And that striker that Olympiacos had, I was like, he scored bare goals this season from what when I was looking at it, and he scored at least 4 or 5 against Villa in the tie alone. So yeah, Stefano thinks though 2-0. Is Musialowski the Polish Messi? Yeah. I don't know why we even kept calling him that, to be honest. because it seems like anybody who gets called the something Messi, it never works out for them. Look at Bojan. To be fair, only Ends and Savage said we're going to win the Prem. Most of us had LFC in top 4, and with a cup, I had them 5th. So yeah, it is what it is. Social joins. That's what I'm saying. You're getting rattled by online guys. If you're 6'8", you're tall. No one has to tell you. You just carry on your way. That's jokes. That's actually jokes. Question: would you man send Dans on loan at Feyenoord if we get someone like a Ivan Toney just for Dans to get minutes?
Yeah, I think on loan is better, man. The 23s are dead football guys, man. So
yeah.
I think he has to go on loan if he has aspiration of becoming a player for Liverpool. He has to go on loan, bro. He has to go and learn his trade properly and in the men's world, not on the 23s. 23s is a joke.
Yeah, it is.
He obviously plays in some of the obviously plays in the 18s as well, but he's obviously the next step is 23s, and that's a joke. So he has to go on loan.
No, I agree. By the way, the reason I asked about Dan's the final because Jimenez might leave. Okay, I can see him going. To be fair, I don't know where, but
Jimenez,
maybe if Arsenal.
I was sold on Jimenez just off of YouTube videos, you know.
Bro, sometimes it gets like that. Sometimes it gets like
that. Mad. I like them left foot. I told you, man. Some of my favorite players are left footed. He's cold.
Come on, bro. Like, bro, you know, you've said it now, but I've been dying. I was about to ask you a question, but I've asked you this before, and I know what your answer was before. So,
what was the question?
What foot are you?
Both.
Yeah. So obviously,
hey, Gazola, bro. I can shoot, pass, cross, the same, bro.
So obviously, I'm left footed.
That's what you don't want to ask me again. I hear it.
Yeah, I really knew that. I couldn't be bothered. So obviously, I'm left footed. So obviously, the reason certain players that I liked, again, a bit like Ends, is just because they were left footed, and I just feel like there's a way that left footed people just do certain things.
Yeah, man.
It just looks cold. So I'm gonna do a stream where we look at just players who are predominantly left-footed, like your favorite players who are left-footed, favorite players who are right-footed. And then yeah, we just chop out just some fun during the summer, during the summer period, man. Because obviously otherwise it's gonna be transfers every day anyway. I know we're gonna be doing the fake stories and stuff. So amongst the fake stories, let's do some fun. So people in the chat, make sure you guys, of course, you tune into that, and make sure if you are a member of Endsman TV, you stay tuned for potentially a video today, if not tomorrow. But even if you're not a member, become one. Subscribe to the damn channel and stay tuned for this evening for the watch long. Big up everybody inside. Please make sure you do smash a like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll do the the reaction to the game in the morning, usual time, 10:35. So make sure you guys keep a watch out for that. As I mentioned on the other channel, Keeping It GTV, first video is already out, second video will be out today. So yeah, stay tuned for that, man. Stay tuned for that, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. G ends, we out. Peace.